Hey everyone, welcome to another great episode of the Shoot Your Shot Scorecast. And as always, we are brought to you by our sponsor, PointsBet. That's right. What's awesome about PointsBet is that basically you can lose all your money on there.
Yes.
Right? Just ask man in the Michigan hat. But for real,
It
though,
worked.
yeah.
No, really worked.
We always like to joke that that PointsBet's awesome because they make it really easy and convenient for you to lose your money. And even though that sounds like a bad thing, it's technically a positive thing for them. Basically, it's a good site. It's super easy to use. It makes a lot of sense. They have a lot of fun promos and odds boosters available to you, single game parlays for MLB and NBA, and all the stuff there. Points betting, they have a lot of fun features. So go sign up and you can play along with us, especially once we hit fall and we'll be doing some more in-depth picks with college football and the NFL. You'll want to make sure you're playing along with us on PointsBet. To sign up, please use code FRUSTRATE, FRUSTRATE. And when you use that code, you will get a deposit match anywhere from 50 buckaroos to 250 buckaroos. That's a lot of buckaroos. So take advantage of that because not everybody gets those buckaroos. Buckaroo. So you must be 21 or older to enter. It's void where prohibited. Currently available in Illinois, Iowa, and New Jersey.
Joyce.
I don't know why it's valid in Iowa. Like
there's literally no teams in Iowa.
For the 4 people that live there, you're welcome. Sign up. Use Frustrate to sign up. And
soon
if you have a gambling problem, or if you anticipate you're going to have a gambling problem, or if you have a problem gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services. Period.
End of sentence. Nice.
Yeah.
Exclamation point.
There you go. Show some excitement.
Yeah.
Why? Well, here, if you want some excitement, so here's something to start with. For all the listeners, if you listen to Frustration Nation as well, you've heard me talk about my journey in working towards purchasing a house, and that journey is continuing here. And I've cleared my PointsBet balance almost entirely of my money. Because I need it for house expenses. So the good news is that when I initially used our promo code Frustrate, when I signed up and I put in only $50, I've since withdrawn $200 worth of money. So I call that a big dub. And I still have a little bit of money left in there. It's like 50 cents right now. It's down on a single game NBA parlay. I'm hoping I have enough to keep playing for a little bit here before I have to deposit more, because Lord knows after buying this house, I'll be wiped clean. So,
really, you could thank PointsBet for the ability to buy your house if you think about it.
That's right. That's right.
Thank
100%.
you, PointsBet.
Yeah, so just like for many of you, if you ever are needing to buy a house, just put all your money in PointsBet, and they'll take care of the rest for you.
Maybe don't do that.
But no, I actually have a fun story from this show and PointsBet to start off the top. So I don't know if you guys remember.
Don't say off the top.
What's that?
Don't say off the top. It's frowned upon.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, top it off.
There you go.
So I don't know if you remember back in February, I had bet on a game for and I bet on an Icelandic basketball game. Do you guys remember this?
Yes, I do, yeah.
So I bet on the team Thor Thorls. THORLS. Thor Thorls. And I think I just did a live money line bet, and they won, and it cleared on our score sheet, and I cashed that out, everything. So anyway, cool, right? And I tweeted about it back in around mid-February, saying that I bet on an Icelandic basketball game. Today, at Nicholas Loizu3 on Twitter, responds to that tweet and says, Did you just watch Thor Thorls' epic capitulation in the last quarter of Game 4 of the finals against Starnon? I had my last $50 on them, and then he gave like a worried emoji face. And this dude has a Cleveland Indians logo as his avatar.
Huh.
So I have a lot of questions.
Interesting.
Yeah,
You do.
like, first of all, why did you put $50 on Icelandic basketball?
Jeez.
Second of all, what does exactly epic capitulation have to do with basketball?
What's that even mean?
I don't even. I kind of know what it means. I know what he's going for, but I don't think it makes sense here.
Is he injured?
What?
I don't know what the word means.
Oh, Thor Thorls is not a dude. That's a team.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I thought it was a dude at first. Okay.
Be a sweet
Sorry.
name though.
Yeah, there'll be a sweet name, Thor. Okay. So,
Wait, hold on.
not a player, a team. Got it. Okay. Next thing.
Epic capitulation.
What is that?
Capitulation is the action or the action of surrendering.
Oh,
So it's it's like saying they folded or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
So did you just? So basically, he's asking me, did I watch Thor Thorls surrender in the last quarter of Game 4 of the finals against Starnon? So first of all, why are you betting $50 on Icelandic basketball? Why are you using words like epic capitulation to talk about Icelandic basketball? And thirdly, why did you track down my post from 4 months ago to talk about where I said I jokingly placed a bet on Icelandic basketball for you to
but you
ask
did
me
though.
an analytic question about Icelandic basketball?
Does he follow you or no?
No.
It's probably just the most recent post about Icelandic basketball.
I wish you screenshot it, put it as a tweet. I want to read it. That would be great.
man.
Here.
Epic capitulation.
You want me to send it to you on Facebook so you can put it on the screen?
Yeah. Let's show our viewers because this is
No
hilarious.
joke. He probably searched Icelandic basketball, and on Twitter where it says latest, yours was probably the latest tweet about it.
Yeah, because no one
February.
bets Icelandic basketball. A,
That's
B.
great.
That was probably the last time someone actually did bet Icelandic.
I mean, being
basketball.
from Cleveland, he probably just was excited to find a real team he could follow.
You
Unfortunately,
think that he was like back against the wall. He needed like. Because there's no other sports left that night, he bet Icelandic basketball.
He
'cause that's the
couldn't
last
bet
thing
like a West Coast baseball game or something. He bet
NCAA baseball.
Icelandic
I don't know.
the finals
I
of
would
our
bet
Icelandic
gymnastics.
basketball.
qualifying events before I bet Icelandic basketball.
Would you do Icelandic gymnastics?
I'd rather do ping pong. I heard that's actually pretty profitable.
I mean,
saw
I would.
ping
pong
I
be
would bet.
sense to watch if you had money on
I
it.
would be. I'd bet any of those things, honestly, but I wouldn't bet $50 on any of those things.
Yeah,
Jeez.
only bet
Maybe
What did
Nicholas. Maybe Nicholas Loizu 3 is super wealthy.
Or just a huge degenerate.
Wait, $50 like buckaroos or like bucks or like actual bucks or like Icelandic bucks?
$50,000.
It says 50 with dollar sign. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like US dollars or if that's
Maybe it's Icelandic pesos or something.
Did you get it yet, Richie?
Yep, there
Yeah,
it is.
Just watch the Thor Thorls epic capitulation. Wow.
Yep.
Interesting.
So I'm guessing
So
I'm gonna go like his tweet.
Thorless did not do too well.
I think he deleted the tweet.
What?
Yeah.
Just now? Because you just went back to it, didn't you?
Well, on my screen it says this tweet has been deleted.
Ah.
But
Are we live? Is he listening live and deleted it, or we're not live? Right?
Not yet. We'll be live.
I don't know. I don't know why he deleted it, but the important part is we have the screenshot.
Yes, that's
So
so great.
weird.
That's so good.
I didn't even get a chance to comment on it. I should have just said no.
Did you bet? No.
He probably had to
Wow.
go away because he probably needed that $50.
He's probably in deep with the Icelandic mob, and
Yeah.
that game was rigged,
Loan
and now
sharks
he's
and- yeah.
Yeah.
in a world of trouble. Yeah,
1-800 gambler.
it's a tale as old as time. You bet one Icelandic basketball game, and then before you know it, you're shooting up heroin in a bathroom
With Thor Thorls.
screaming Icelandic basketball on your phone while you hide from the mob. You
He
hate
would
do you
not be
think
screaming
Iceland-
victory. He'd be like, fuck.
What do you think the Icelandic mob sounds like?
Do you think they have hammers?
Probably.
I'm
Like,
thinking
They
Thor
probably,
like
have,
hammers.
they probably have like
fur
hatchets.
coats. Yeah. Like ice picks and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yes, ice.
Oh
pick.
yeah.
He's sweet.
So wait, going back to Icelandic basketball real quick. What's a Thorless?
Thorls? Is that the name of the city?
I thought
I
it
feel
was
like
Thor
everyone-
Thorless.
Oh, like without Thor? Thorless. I feel like everyone and everything over there is named Thor. Thor Thorensen. From the city of Thorvania. I don't know.
Hold on.
Boo. Yeah, that's interesting because like at least in here in the U.S., like they have mascots that make sense. Like I don't know, you know what a Cleveland Indian is? It's Indian, so
It's offensive.
That's
Is what it is.
racist.
Yeah.
take that back.
Did you just hate crime?
That's the Thor Thorls logo.
Huh? It literally looks like a hammer, like or like a sword, like he needs to like pull out.
So
I never pull out.
so would you guys
Oof.
like to?
Before.
Or how do I? Okay, this is gonna make me sound super boomer, but how do I take a screenshot on a Mac?
Oh, so it's Command Shift
F4.
Command Shift what?
4. It went away. Do you need it back?
No, I put it away.
Okay.
Wait, so how do I know if it worked?
Because a little thing will pop up with a plus sign. Command Shift 4.
And then what?
And then, like, it's like a square thing, like, you know, on Paint. And then it takes, like you get to, like...
Save it as to your gallery.
Oh,
or
I
whatever.
got it. Okay.
Would you just take a screenshot of that logo on us or something?
Oh, no. I'm doing something much more interesting. Trust me.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
How'd you do the logo with like without a background, where it was like transparent background?
That's called transparent. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, boomer.
Was it already like that?
Yeah.
I was just Googling stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it came like that background. It was a PNG file.
Oh, cool.
All
I
right.
thought you could make files into that on StreamYard. That'd be sweet.
Oh,
All right. So here is the Thor Thorls.
Whoa.
poster. Yeah. So we got
It's Larry Thomas.
Larry.
Plays
he's
in
not from
Iceland.
Iceland.
What a fraud.
Hey, look at his
He's not a star player.
Look at his
star
points
player.
per game average, though.
Maybe
Yep.
it's pronounced Thormus. That'd make more sense.
Larry Dorman.
And Adomus Drungilis.
Oh, the second one is definitely a Viking name. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, look at the third one.
That's
Steermere
what I mean.
Thrasterson.
That's sweet.
Thrasterson. I love that. Callum Lawson. Ragnar Bragason.
Yes.
The next one
Haldor,
looks good. Yeah, this one.
Haldor Hermanson.
That's great.
Emil Einerson. David Augustsson. Ingemundur Johansson. Thomas Thrasterson. Oh, there's 2 Thrastersons.
Nice.
Steermere
Raster, I
and
barely
Thomas.
know her. That's crazy. I wonder if
Benedict,
they're related or it's a
I
common
wonder if they're
name.
twins.
Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm just kidding. Gudgerson. Benedict Gudgerson. Isaac Purdue. And Benjamin Benjaminson.
Yes. Yes.
That's sweet.
Yes.
I now understand why he bet $50, honestly. I would trust these men with my life.
Benjamin said yes. That's great.
Are they still playing? Because that was just recently, right?
I don't know.
We have another game coming up because I'd bet their next game.
I will play a prop bet Benjamin Benjaminson.
$50 right now. Thor to win and Benjaminson
All right.
triple double.
All right.
I totally want a jersey now that says Benjaminson. Benjaminson.
So
BJ.
nice.
Nice.
BJ times 2.
So
That's the
Saturday,
dream.
June 12th is their next game against Starnon.
Let's go.
So I'm trying to figure out what the series is. Let's see.
Oh, June 12th. It's coming up. Nice.
Right. Why this Icelandic website is garbage. I'm trying to figure out how.
How very ethnocentric of you.
Yeah.
Guys, we got international, so bear with us.
Yeah, the rest of the show will be dedicated to Icelandic sports, the history of the basketball organization. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what the score of the series is. If that makes sense.
It's capitulating. Was that the word?
Because the guy on Twitter said it was game 4. But according to this website, they've only played 2 games.
Does this guy even watch Icelandic basketball? What a fraud.
You're probably
Game
right.
4.
Maybe he's referring to last year's. Maybe it was a replay.
He's betting on a replay. Still loses. Oh man.
So the team they're playing has somebody named Roderick Williams.
Yeah.
Rod Williams.
And AJ
I love
Brodeur.
What was the first name on the it was like
Larry
Frank
Thomas.
Thomas.
Larry Thomas.
You just throw a player too. Like, come on.
Oh man.
That's great.
That's funny. I wonder if
think
he used to play in the NBA or something.
It sounds like an NBA player or like a D3 player. You know, like someone like, yeah.
Like went straight from college to overseas and just kind of
G League probably, yeah.
I think my favorite for sure is Styrmir Thrasterson.
I like the
It's gotta be
Twins.
Benjamin.
I'll take the Twins.
Yeah, I wonder if they are related, or maybe it's just a common last name like Johnson or something.
Thrastersons.
The Thrastersons.
Yeah.
I want
That's
to.
great.
Yeah.
So
Wear a jersey.
update, Man Michigan Hat is betting on Icelandic basketball this weekend. Is that what I'm
I
hearing?
take 2 weeks off betting and I come back just to bet Icelandic basketball. Please gamble responsibly.
I'll sprinkle a couple bucks on it, see what happens.
So we are.
Sprinkle a 50 spot.
I think it's
See what
safe to say we're officially a Thor Thorl show.
Yes.
So Thor Thorl, if you want to work out some sort of sponsorship, would be welcome to that. If you want to send us some gear, we'll happily wear it here for you. Display.
Special podcast.
Especially
of
Benjamin
Thor Thorls.
Benjaminson. Like, hey man,
Yeah.
you're cool.
Speaking
We
of,
could probably get one of them as a guest because it's Icelandic basketball.
well, I was
Just
just
check the Twitter
thinking
after the show.
there's probably not an official Thor Thorl basketball podcast. Maybe we should. Is that a
You
niche
don't
we
say.
should explore? Yeah.
For
It'll
all
be so
7
niche
of
down. We'll have
oil-
Icelandic fans.
for all
Yeah.
7 of the people working on the oil rig in Iceland could
So-
listen to us.
On social media, we're like, well, friends and family, we're pleased to announce we've started another new show. This time it's called the Thor Thorl Official Basketball Show. And it's officially the Thor Thorl Basketball Podcast of the Thor Thorl team in the Icelandic Basketball League.
Victory!
Anyway,
great.
so you guys wanted to get off of international sports. What do we want to talk about next?
I don't care. That was pretty
was
interesting. That was great.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bet in
about-
the NBA playoffs, honestly.
The NBA playoffs. Yeah. Go there.
What games are going on right now? I'm just catching up right now.
Nuggets happening tonight.
That's current. The Suns have 69 points. Nice. 69-48 in the third. The Suns are winning. They're up 1-0 in the series.
Wait, what's the score?
69-48.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you guys think? Well, I think at least it might be the Suns and the Nets. Like
That'd be a
That'd be-
dope finals. I would
I like
actually
that.
watch that finals.
Because it's 2 teams. I know the Nets are like this year's super team, but it'd still be 2 teams that haven't won a championship in forever. So that
yeah.
would be cool.
Ever?
No, in forever, like for a long
But
time.
I'm saying
Oh, is it ever?
Ever?
Yeah, the Suns haven't, and the Brooklyn Nets, as the Brooklyn Nets, have
As the New
not.
Jersey Nets, I don't think they did. They went to a finals with Kidd.
No. What about Kerry Kittle and all that? Didn't they win? No.
Kerry who?
Kerry Kittle.
George Kittle.
Kerry Kittles.
I'm what? Wait. All right, let's.
You know what Kerry Kittles?
No.
I actually don't know who that is either.
All right. Well, damn. I just have dated myself. Shit.
Richie
The
over here
Nets
is
ever
watching.
won a title.
I used to be a New Jersey fan, so
They've never won an NBA championship. They've won 2 ABA
you.
titles in the 70s.
With Kerry Kittle, I'm sure.
Kittles, Kerry Kittles.
Whatever, dude.
Show some respect. Put some respect on Kerry Kittle's name.
Wait, I'm gonna try to find out. Oh, Julius Irving. Dr. J was on the New York Nets.
Never
You
heard
By
are
the
of
way,
him.
think about. I thought about this the other day. I don't. There's not really a good answer to this, but what must life be like if you are a fan of the Nets, the Mets, and the Jets? And there's definitely people that are.
I'm gonna say, have you ever seen KFC on Barstool? That's his life. He's just always a pessimist. He's like, fuck this, fuck that. Like, it's hilarious.
Must be almost as bad as being a fan of all the Detroit sports teams.
Yeah,
But I guess the worst thing with that is like you had better options and didn't go with them. You know, you could.
And you're like in a big city. Like, it's
Yeah.
like being a Clippers fan and like a
Angels,
Angels and like I don't know.
Kings, LA
Um,
Kings fan.
LAFC.
I guess they won.
And
They won some
LAFC,
recently.
yeah. Like the second tier of like the city. Yeah, I mean, that would suck.
Yeah, so Clippers, Angels.
LAFC and
I'm trying to even think.
Wait, are you guys thinking of the lesser LA teams?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. But not Oakland. Like the
Is there another NHL team other than the Kings or no?
Not in LA.
Oh, so we have one. Okay. Cool.
But I mean,
Now they have
there's other.
half the
Oh,
NFL teams are in LA.
Oh yeah, so what's the other the LA Chargers. Is that like the second
Yeah, that's
tier?
lesser. Yeah, compared
Yeah.
to the LA
Rams.
Rams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when it was like the LA Chargers, the LA Rams? Then at one point people were saying the Raiders were going to go to LA also. That would have been crazy.
I think it's crazy that Las Vegas has two teams now.
Yeah.
The Knights
Yeah.
and the Raiders. Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
yeah. I mean, it was one of those things that seemed like for forever. It was weird
They're-
that they didn't have a team, and then all of a sudden they get two. You know?
Well, and
I
they've
mean-
already been pegged as a team likely to get a MLB team when they do next time they do a baseball expansion.
It's supposed to be Oakland, apparently.
Yeah, the A's, because the A's need a new stadium.
Yeah. Oakland's
they
just
already, like-
disintegrating, honestly. Like, yeah.
They had that proposal for a new stadium in Oakland. Did that just fall through, or the city never accepted it, or something? I don't know. I remember
I have
reading
no
about
idea.
Nobody cares.
No one reads.
that. I saw they like threatened to leave the city or whatever. So that'd be crazy if they went to Vegas.
Well, because even the Golden State Warriors, like, I feel like they're gonna move too. Like,
Well, they just built the Oracle Arena somewhat recently, right?
Did they?
I don't know.
I thought that.
All
was
I know is
newer.
I think it's funny that the Golden State Warriors have jerseys that say San Francisco that they'll wear.
I know it's funny.
But you know who did coach in Oakland? And won 2 world titles. That's right.
Mr. Unwritten Rules himself.
That's right.
That's great.
Mr. Beer in one hand and hand on the wheel in the other.
Tony Labuza.
That's a shirt.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Tony LaBuza.
Tony LaRussa driving around like, hat on sideways.
And then when they pull him over, he just goes, "Don't you understand? I'm a Major League Baseball Hall of Famer."
He would pull the, do you know who I am?
He did.
No,
that's
you're right. I remember
from
the
dash
audio.
cam. Yeah.
It's funny because I would make a shirt like that and with him in the wheel, but me in the back seat with like, I'm rich, bitch. Like in the back, I was like money. Because I like him financially. I'm like, yes. But like, he's just in the car driving drunk. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I hate when I'm on my way to a game and Tony La Russa's my Uber driver.
Yeah.
Always a
But I'm
scary
just like
situation.
throwing money like it's Monopoly money, like, woo.
Yeah, the White Sox have been a good bet first five,
Yeah,
especially.
except today. But whatever. It happens.
Baseball's such a game of averages, though, just like actual baseball. But like betting baseball, like you got to just, is the mistake I make. You got to just pick a unit and bet that same unit. And if you like a team, you bet them every game. And then just over the course of the season, the averages play out,
I don't do
You
it
gotta
all the
ride
time,
out
but
the rough
it depends who they're
streets.
playing.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So, what's the latest on our guy, Aaron?
Mr.
Rodgers?
Aaron.
He hasn't showed up to minicamp. So
Yeah,
That's 'cause according to this meme, he's been busy.
It was a very busy offseason. Got to be in practice. Yeah. Referees. Very particular. So yeah, I mean, nothing earth-shattering or breaking news. Just more. I know today. I think Peter Bukowski was the guy who put out a thread talking about. I don't know if he talked to Rodgers or it's just his take on the situation, basically saying that the issue is Rodgers wants more roster control, which everyone's kind of speculated, but it seems like that's a bigger issue than his problems personally with the GM. It's just like he hasn't been involved in decisions. So I don't know. Personally, I think nice use of acronyms.
Thank you.
Yeah, personally, I think it looks like things are past the point of repair.
I
Honestly.
agree.
I concur.
I don't know. I mean, you look at like even just his personality. He hasn't talked to his family in forever. He's very like, he seems like the guy who would hold a grudge, a guy who knows how to be petty, a guy who, I'm not saying he doesn't have good reasons to be upset after a year. Like he's been there a decade and a half and has all these issues, but he seems like the kind of guy who's not just going to show up, forgive and forget. And then the Packers too kind of seem like a front office who's going to continue to make things worse. So I don't know. I think things are kind of past the point of no return. I'm not saying that means he won't be back, but I think there's a better chance at this point that he won't be back. And if he is back, I don't think he's back for the following year. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, he's done enough and proven enough. There's no reason for him to come back in like a prove it year deal to try to boost his resume for some other team.
He did that
he's the reigning MVP. Like his value is not going to be higher. He's going to be even older next year. Just realistically, he's not going to be able to duplicate what he did. So,
but they have already cheapened the trade value for him because they will trade him at a time during which is post draft and post free agency and post when a lot of moves are being made. Like we're getting like what's after OTAs is a little bit of a break and then training camp. And like after training camp is quickly followed by preseason, which is quickly followed by regular season. They're running out of time and teams don't want to get new players too late in the season, especially
they got cut.
They got to cut. They got to know the system. If Rodgers goes
salary cap issues.
Yeah. If Rodgers goes to Denver, yes, I know Rodgers is Rodgers and he'll be good in anywhere he goes, but there's still an element. He has to get acclimated with the coaches, with the players, with the receivers. He's got to know who he's going to freeze out of games because he gets pissed off at them for dropping passes. He's got to figure all that out ahead of time. So yeah, I think they're running out of time, and his value every day that goes by, his value plummets because they're waiting it out. And as far as so just a couple other things that's Green Bay related, not necessarily Aaron Rodgers. One is there's these people that are saying, oh, these Bears fans are like, oh, look how awful the Packers are going to be without Aaron Rodgers. And they're like, well, newsflash, the Packers still have a better roster than the Bears. And they were like, and the Bears went to the playoffs twice with Trubisky. Don't you think we could do that with Jordan Love? And I just don't know if you can really say the Packers have a better roster than the Bears, because I think it's pretty clear across the board that any team that has Hall of Fame level quarterback play, those players and coaches and everybody looks like geniuses, and they look like the best players in the league. I don't want to I don't want to get caught on freezing cold takes, but is Devontae Adams really the super dynamic receiver and route runner in the league? Or is it because he was the best receiver available on the Packers with Rodgers at quarterback?
Yeah. Like he's obviously a really good receiver, but Rodgers is the kind of quarterback that makes receivers better, which he's done his whole career. So
yeah,
makes you wonder, yeah.
Nobody else anywhere in the league ever says anything like nobody else is like Devontae Adams is the only receiver. I would say he's the only player on the Packers offense, maybe other than Bakhtiari, that a lot of people across the league like salivate over in terms of, oh, I'd love to have him as a player. Like when you look at these other receivers, Alan Lazard, like nobody wants Alan Lazard. Seriously, Robert Tonyan, everyone's like, oh, he's going to be this great tight end. All I'm saying is it's easy to think right now that you have this elite roster, but it is amazing how much Aaron Rodgers elevates all that play. And so whereas the Bears have never had an elite quarterback, and so years when they have these past 3 years where they have gone to the playoffs, they actually have a very deep and talented roster, but they're missing the critical piece to being truly elite, right?
Which is why you would think if they get that piece, like you said, like any team that's able to be super successful despite having average to below average quarterback play, like the 49ers, that's part of the reason why I think that they could be poised for a huge bounce back, because like to do that, your team has to be so deep everywhere else. You have to be really good on special teams. You have to have a great defense. You have to have playmakers who can like elevate the play of a bad quarterback.
Plays,
You know, you have to have a really good running game. You know, like all these things have to work out perfectly. So I agree with you. Like a good quarterback masks a lot of issues, and if you're successful without having a good quarterback, it means you have a lot of strengths. So,
and I tweeted this out a long time ago when Rodgers rumors were starting to come up, and I just said maybe Favre and Rodgers were basically 30-year Band-Aids over a bleeding front office. Like, if you look at the Packers draft history, it's not overly impressive, and people give the Bears crap for their draft history. The Packers one is not great either. The other Packers related thing I'd like to say is Peter Strager. I don't care if you're watching this. F you. I don't agree with
I don't know who you are.
On Good Morning Football. Okay. You're like, oh, I feel so bad for the Packers fans. Like they're the real losers in this situation because they just had to go through this with Brett Favre, and now they have to go through this with Aaron Rodgers. Like, I just feel bad for the fans. Like the fans are so important to football. They're so important to the Packers and everything. And I just feel bad for them. Well, I don't feel bad for a single Packers fan out there, especially if you are my age or 10 to 12, 15 years older than me even, because
not our fans.
Yeah. Well, basically, I would say
Sorry.
I would say 40 to 45-year-old and under, which is probably either half or more than half of the Packers fan base, since their fan base dies when they're 60 years old. Is 40 to 45 and under have grown up exclusively with Favre and Rodgers. That's all they've grown up with.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel bad for any single one of you. And I don't want to hear you complain about, oh, it's so hard not having a quarterback. It's so hard to have uncertainty. You just don't know what it's like. You know what? You're right. I don't know what it's like. And I want you to understand what I've been through. Have a little empathy, have a little sympathy. And since you're too arrogant to actually have those things, I hope you get to experience it firsthand.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a dose of reality coming. Like, it's just the mathematical chances of having two back-to-back Hall of Fame quarterbacks on some level.
Yeah, and then having love. Yeah.
So back-to-back they did.
Yeah, on some level, it's like you give credit to the organization. Like obviously, some organizations are better at finding quarterbacks than others, but that doesn't mean you can just duplicate Hall of Fame quarterbacks like you're cloning them. Like
They didn't draft Favre; they traded for him.
Right. And so there's some situations where you could say this team is more likely to be able to do that than another team. But I agree. Like they traded for Favre, and then with Rodgers, they drafted him late in the first. So it was good that they drafted him, obviously, but it doesn't mean necessarily that there's some team that's just great at identifying talent. In my mind, that's more you got lucky to get him. Like the Patriots. Like Belichick's a great coach and GM, but am I going to give him all the credit for drafting Tom Brady? Like sometimes you just get lucky, honestly. So.
No, there's a Bears blogger who I like, and his like whole mantra that he'll talk about is that in the NFL, especially in the NFL draft, there's not really there's a skill to scouting players,
right?
But in terms of the actual draft, it's basically a crapshoot. It's entirely luck because you have no idea what these other teams are going to do. There's no way to predict, and you do what you think is best at the time, and the luck comes in as to how everything else unfolds from there with the players.
All the dominoes fall, right? Especially as you get into late rounds. Like you could have this player ranked higher on your board, but if you're picking in the third round,
even
every
earlier
other
rounds,
team has to pass on him.
2017, everybody had Trubisky as the top quarterback on the board. Going back even further, it was like no doubt in anyone's mind that Jamarcus Russell was the best quarterback in the draft. And the luck part comes in because you're drafting him based on what you saw him play as. But what you didn't anticipate with Jamarcus Russell is the lack of work ethic, is the
big
weight
fat
problem.
stooge.
Yeah.
Right.
All of that stuff. And when that stuff comes along, that's where you have the bad luck, and now you have a bust.
Speaking of luck and busts, I'm going to transition to the NBA because
we can talk about busts all you want.
Yeah. Awesome.
Big busts.
But no, like luck though, Jokic, like thinking of drafts, did you see what happened when he got drafted? Like back in like whenever he got drafted?
I heard about it. I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
So like when he got drafted, he was like way down, whatever. It was a quesarito commercial for Taco Bell. Like literally, like they just said it like, oh, and now he's MVP.
So good right now.
Yeah. So not sponsored, but I'm just saying like it was literally a quesarito. Like
not sponsored, but here's their logo on their cup.
Yeah.
But no, because he was drafted 43rd overall, I believe.
Yeah, during a fucking quesarito commercial. Like it's fucking crazy. Like, yeah.
Is that still their?
I thought it was like let me see.
What is it right now? Let's see.
They need to bring the Chihuahua back as a mascot.
Oh, I know.
What was his name?
It wasn't Chihuahua?
His name? No, I don't think his name was Chihuahua.
Dog.
Chihuahua the Chihuahua.
Benjaminson.
Name of Taco Bell dog.
Chihuahuason.
Chihuahuas.
No, but
There's just an R.
Gidget.
What's that?
Gidget.
Digit or fidget?
Gidget with a G.
Oh,
I don't think that's right.
If you wanted to dispute CNN,
why is CNN writing about
CNN? If you must know, Gidget, the 15-year-old dog, best known for her Taco Bell ad campaign.
My Gidget's not a girl.
Died of stroke Tuesday in LA. Said Sue Chipperton, her trainer.
I used to have that little like toy that if you pressed it, it said "You'll kill Taco Bell." Like it was literally like.
This was in 2009. Do you think Gidget's last words were "Yo quiero Taco Bell"?
No, I think Gidget's last words were.
Oh man!
Well, remember she died of a stroke, so yeah, it's probably
too much Taco Bell. Go back to Aaron Rodgers. Did he ever get fined? Or
they haven't decided yet. They're able to. Like the Packers can if they want to,
They should.
but they haven't.
I want to see
just saw
drama
the
unfold.
Thank you, Gidget. Miss you, Gidget. Yeah, I think the team can choose to, but yeah, thank you, Gidget.
Do you remember when Shaq
Really?
did the Taco Bell commercials? Were you guys old enough?
He's done every commercial. I can't
It was
remember.
the one with the side thing where he would eat taco and he'd eat like that.
I vaguely remember that.
Hot.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
All right. Well, damn. Shaq's
On
the
that
fool.
note,
Taco Bell is so good.
It is good.
it's crazy. Shaq was the last MVP to win, or the last center to win
Center,
MVP before Jokic.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't know.
And then-
Not know that.
And then this year, Embiid was another finalist. So it's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Derrick
had
Rose got a
one.
vote.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. The fan vote.
what year is it? Yeah. Oh, the fan vote?
It was a fan vote. Yeah. So that would be a trivia question.
I
How's
feel like that's a
voting work?
strong. I feel like that's a strong Chicago pull there. Like, well, and he plays in New York, so he plays in New York, and then all the Chicago ties. Like, you have two of the biggest cities in America behind that, probably.
Yeah.
So the fans get one vote, and then like all the writers and stuff come have the votes, or how's it work for NBA?
I
I'm
don't.
not sure.
I don't know.
I didn't even know we had a fan vote. Like, where do you vote?
I didn't
I
either.
didn't even know that.
Your local polls, you have to, like the election, you have to go and show your ID.
That's crazy.
Super long line that's totally unnecessary. Which, by the way, why the heck? Okay, look, if they really want people to vote, okay, and if they really want you to, like, if it's like, oh, it's your duty as a citizen to vote and everything, can we please change the voting day to being in like late September when it's a really nice temperature outside instead of early November when you literally have to bundle up to go vote? Like, can we?
I feel like
please-
this is prejudiced against northern states, honestly.
It is. Yeah.
Trying to get
Also,
the southern vote.
Thanks, Jefferson Davis. Yeah.
Not to get political,
Scumbag.
but no one ever told me that. Okay, so when you register to vote initially, I thought basically that you're done. You do it one time. But that actually meant if you move, you get to re-register to vote every time you actually move. So when I went to the polls, I had to go all the way back home to vote. I'm like, what the fuck? No, I moved already.
like- That's
Yeah.
like
They should advertise that, like, not register to vote, but hey, if you move too, you have to register to vote in that area. And
that's
shit.
like
They don't say
Joseph.
that.
That's like Joseph and Mary having to go to Bethlehem because he was born there. So hey, sorry, I know you don't live here anymore, but you were born here, so you have to go back to where you were born so we can count to make sure we
Your
know how
vote.
many people. Yeah.
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 That's
So you're
stupid.
saying is our current voting system is like outdated
Christmas.
by
Well, like,
2,000
It's like
years, right?
Christmas. Yeah.
It's just weird because
Just
like
less fun.
I want to do my duty as a citizen to vote, but like they don't
And
advertise like,
duty.
hey, go register in your area, whatever. I don't know, like, because I think
Same
when
with
I'm
jury
18,
duty.
I'm registered to vote already. Like in my head, I'm like, duh. Why do you keep telling me to register? I've been registered.
Yeah. Voting sucks. I'm gonna be real honest. I was going to vote, and then I saw how long the line was, and I just left. Don't care about my country that much, to be honest.
Nice. Well, that got political, so nice.
Or we just have the whole Christmas story in the ticker. That'd be great.
What was I gonna say?
In those days.
Yeah, if you don't know who Quirinius is, he was the governor of Syria when Joseph had to go to Bethlehem to get the census done. You're welcome.
I feel like I'm in Sunday school.
Yeah, you are.
We just went religious. Boom.
Yeah.
Covered all topics. Now on to some sex.
Huh?
What?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right,
Round
cool.
the bases there. Home run.
Thank you, Benjamin Benjaminson.
Come on the
Favorite
show.
player.
You would like to ask what your father and mother had to say how they named you? That'd be
Well, his
great.
father
Wonder if
is
his
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
Benjaminson the second.
Yeah, because he's the son of Benjamin. Benjamin's son.
Yeah. How old are these last names? Like, does it change each? I don't know.
Let's see.
It would be awesome if it was a long line of Benjamin sons. So it's like Benjamin's son, the second, the third, the fifth. That'd be great.
That'd be sweet.
So like if he was like the 10th son, like Benjamin's son, the 10th.
I have
Okay.
a friend who he's the 6th of like, yeah, he's
crazy.
something, whatever his first name, last name, the 6th is their name.
No, actually, you guys were right. Thor Thorl. The last time that was tweeted was when I tweeted it, February 11th.
So you're saying if we became an official podcast for them, we probably wouldn't be very successful.
Actually, we would because we would be the only ones. I'll put it in the YouTube notes and shit. Official Thor Thorls and
I mean, we can just call ourselves that and never talk about them, and who's going to tell us otherwise?
we'll have a segment each time. The Thorls and what is it? Thorls?
Wow, you don't even know the name of our own team.
The Thor Thorl, also known as Poor.
Poor.
Thor time.
Also known as what
we'll
Tony La
call it
Russa
Thor
says
time.
before he gets in the car.
So
Thor time.
yeah, we'll call it Thor time.
So do we need to start recording on Thursdays?
Thor.
Not necessarily, but it comes out on Thursdays. It's
Yeah,
Wednesday.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
But Thursday is named after Thor.
True.
Okay. So today's Thursday. When people are watching this.
Thursday. That's correct.
Yeah.
Did you know?
We just grab a hammer and it's Thor time, and we talk about Thor. We'll just
Did you guys know that atheists, they hate the days of the week because they're all based on gods? So, whoops.
They just hate every day of the week. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah. Because Tuesday is Tu is a god from Norse mythology.
even Friday.
Odin's day is Wednesday. Thor's day, Frigga or Freya, and Freya's day is Friday. I guess 3 of the days are based on planets: Saturn's day,
Monday,
Sun's day, and Moon's day.
Yeah.
But so I guess they like the long weekends.
I feel like they need to
Astrologers love the beginning of the week. Yeah.
yeah. I feel like they need to change the calendar, but I don't know who's in charge of that. But they need like more weekends than weekdays. Like one more weekend would be great. Like in between Saturday and Sunday.
I feel like we should be able to vote. I would if I was registered to vote, I would actually make sure I voted. If every year you could like vote on stuff like that, like you vote for presidential, politics, like all the
world vote
political
about
roles.
like time changes and shit. Like why?
Right, vote for other stuff. Like have a second page that's like, all right, let's vote this year. Which day of the week should Easter be on, or like which?
Oh, I like that.
Which. Because sometimes it's in like March and then other times it's in May. All right,
when Lent
this year we're
starts.
gonna vote for next year. Which
Yeah.
weekend do we want Easter on?
No, I
like
need to know when Lent. Yeah, because I hate when Lent starts on my birthday. That's the literal worst. I'm like,
Yep.
oh.
Are we gonna have daylight savings times this year? You check yes or no.
Definitely no.
That'd be sweet. You should be able to vote for something.
It would be cool, but we all know how the government is, and they probably would have already determined all those things anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we need like a world council.
Should
though.
we kill Jeffrey Epstein? Yes or no?
Too late.
They just need a world council. Oh, speaking of world councils, did you hear Jeff Bezos?
Speaking of Jeffrey Epstein,
Did you hear Jeffrey Bezos? Oh, Jeff Bezos?
Jeffrey Bezos.
What's his name again? Shit.
yeah, Jeff Bezos.
It
you're
is
right.
Jeff.
Yeah. he's going to the moon, or he's going to space with his bro. Like that's his like next thing. Like there's a bachelor party on.
Like just to hang out. Or
hang out with his bro. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, like that's crazy. What if like okay, I heard this on the rundown, but like it would be hilarious if he comes back from space and I'm just pretending to not know him. Like who the fuck are you?
What if
Like a world
would
prank?
be really hilarious if his ex-wife sued him for half the spaceship? That'd be crazy.
That'd be awesome.
Oh man, that's crazy. Crazy.
Rich people.
It would be cool if Bill Gates went with him. Bill and Jeff, excellent
Bill and
adventure.
Ted's. Yeah.
That'd be so great.
That'd be really cool, yeah. Then Elon Musk shows up.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys catch the SNL by the way
No,
of him? It was
father.
so awkward.
Wow.
Oh,
way to
was he
hate
on-
on someone with Asperger's, Richie.
No, I did not. I said it was a weird show. Not him
You
personally.
said it was so awkward.
yeah,
Does
the
he
show,
actually?
not
Is
him.
Has he said that he's been diagnosed with that or no?
No, yeah, he said in the opening monologue, he was like, as
Oh,
someone,
of the SNL.
yeah,
thing?
someone. What I didn't know is that he's from South Africa.
The more you know. Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow. Huh. No, I didn't see that.
It's a book.
SNL is like one of those things where now I don't know anyone who still actually watches it because now you just
Sometimes.
find the clips or whatever, right?
It depends on who's hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't follow it at all.
It used to be a thing back in the day.
I know it was huge back when, like, Will Ferrell was on it all the time, and yeah, like all the big name. Yeah.
Like all the big names now, they're actually going to leave. I heard like Pete Davidson and like.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so there's going to be a whole new cast.
Wait, those two guys are leaving? They're
That's
like
what I've heard. That was like rumors.
My
and stuff.
favorite, like one of my favorite running. So I'm not. It's funny. I don't love Pete Davidson, but two of my favorite like running segments involves Pete Davidson. First of all, Chad.
Chad's great.
Chads are hilarious. Have
Yeah.
you seen any Chads? Man,
I love them. They're so
Can
good.
we play a Chad on here before we end show?
Sure. Yeah. I like the one with the girl that plays Elaine on Seinfeld.
Oh yeah, I
That
think
one's
I know
good.
that one.
That was the first one.
Okay,
First Chad. Yeah.
I'll let you find that. The other one, there's one that they didn't do it too many times, but they used to do one.
The Elon Musk one is hilarious.
That one's good too. But they used to do one with Pete Davidson where it was like he was like hot for teacher, and it was like a trial, and I don't remember all, but it's really funny as well. Ronda Rousey, I know, is in that.
So
Yeah,
I remember when she was
up
good at sports.
Chad Pool.
I feel like everybody was finally on the Ronda Rousey train, and then she lost. Like it took
Just
a
when
while.
she was starting for everybody except, okay, yeah, she is the greatest of all time.
Yeah, and then pow.
She's like, now I'm gonna tank my career.
Literally.
Join the WWE
and she was in the Expendables 3.
Along with everyone else who's ever been in a movie. I haven't seen those. That's funny.
You should look up all of the Chads. There's a whole bunch of them, and every
Yeah.
single one is hilarious.
So how's the show work now? Is it like halfway sketches like that, and then they cut back to the studio and like talk about stuff too?
I wouldn't say halfway. They'll have one or two maybe that are like pre-recorded, or
Okay.
that'll require like heavier editing.
Okay.
But most of it's live. Yeah, most of it's live.
Yeah, it's really bad because after watching those, I'd actually act like him sometimes. I'm like, okay, like at work. I'm like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It was funny because like back when it was really big, that and Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where like
That's
the
a great
two,
show.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
show. Wayne Brady, bitch. Sorry.
yeah, like the two like great comedy like that people tune in and actually watch each time. You know.
Yeah. Comedians are great.
I love improv. I'm a big
Same.
fan.
Yeah.
Huge fan. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
All right, guys. Want to close this out?
Okay.
Sure.
All right. That's it right there.
Let me look.
Wait. Actually, you should just stop it right there.
All right. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Okay.